Hi, my name is Yildiz Ilkin and I'm the author of Blue Mountain Mist. I am here today to wish every Canadian a happy Canada Day. But before we talk about Canadian history, which I would like to make an announcement for, I would like to reflect back, going back approximately 6-7 years. I was working on Let's Evolve, and Let's Evolve was designed in a very interesting way. It had several different modules within it, and each module had social theories based on human injustices to that of land mismanagement and countering proposals. Well, once that was actually reviewed, I got seriously injured for it. You have to understand, Anatolia is a range that is highly volatile, a connector point of 3 different land masses, very high pressurized areas of the world. Well, what does someone do when they're all stressed out? I ran into a small little church and I needed to meditate, to pray, and as I sat in the pew I said, "Skies, please make me perfect like the ones before me to prevent omen." Well, long and behold, it was granted to me, a monumental defeat for the number of dissertations or journals that one person can have to that of novel discoveries. So it's something to be very proud of, but the first one was on July 1st, 2013. It wasn't the first one, but it was one of the bigger ones. It's the first word heard on Canadian soil, Kanata. Our little settlement of close to nearly 600 years, when Jacques Cartier first arrived, now has a broader definition. It has moved from just settlement to a descriptive definition of a protective wing cover. So come to our protective wing cover, you have just journeyed off your boats, per se. The second one that's also very important is Ottawa, which is our nation's capital. Now in Canada, our communities of different shamanic people are known as not just Indigenous, but they have a title. They are called First Nations people. Well, our First Nations people, if you do study Native history, you will know that Ottawa has to do with howling skies. Now these are all based off my theories of assessments. So it's very, very pretty. It has to do with animal spirits, all littering the skies like a rainbow. Last but not least, and again this is for Canada, a gift for Canada, the biggest gift you can possibly get, it's your name, Kanada. Well, Kanada, if we translate it for verbatim, has a different etymology. It means the standing place of the Kana people. Now that was also in Let's Evolve, or it was meant to be in Let's Evolve, the Proto-Turkic portion of that particular word, but it's not just Proto-Turkic. Several communities also use the word Kana. So dialogues on that, the scandalous material, had to be contained. So what ended up happening is this author got horribly injured for it. So God willing, may I be able to finish the proposals for Let's Evolve, and I was okay with my work being distributed. I wasn't okay with the 75 stitches and every other disaster that came about, several hours of unnecessary wrangling, but we want to do everything right, so I shut down my web pages, othava.com. It's only temporary, and then until I can find actresses to continue, what I wish to do is just keep my little store open until my court cases are done, just so we get the proper mandates to present this properly to the world. So my store, Etsy, on Etsy.com, has an interesting title. It's called Junky Funky, all one word. That's the only thing I'm able to sell right now. And what's interesting about Junky Funky is because I'm actually the queen of consignment, and I'm quite proud of it. The reason why is it's an environmental thing. The amount of dyes and chemicals we put into our earth is for their protection. I'm quite okay with it. That's just me as a character. So there you go, Canada. The three biggest gifts in terms of Canadian history will be in Let's Evolve. Maybe why some of the alterations were made, or historical injustices regarding natives will also be there. If you can support the project, God willing, may I have the strength to continue. I am on a rest thing. I'm very, very exhausted. You know, the stitches were not easy from the chest down to the womb area. It was really awful at that particular time, and I would like to tell Geneva, thank you. After the files got thrown out in the Human Rights Tribunal, it's Geneva that really pushed the protection of an Asiatic native in terms of heritage. So thank you and have a good day.